Hello everyone, Jason from MisprintedMTG.com. Welcome to another episode of Misprint Mail Brag, where I open up misprints that I got in the mail and maybe do a little bit of bragging about them. Hopefully you guys get to see some cool stuff and learn some things. It's not just pure mail bragging, so to say. Anyway, this massive pile of misprints we have to go through, so enough pre-show talk banter with myself. Let's get to misprints. What have we got here? Now, I have a whole bunch of stuff, and I didn't organize it or keep it in any order, so I don't know what we have. However, I did get a glimpse of what we just opened, and it is cool. It is a great way to start a show. You guys have seen this error before on the show, but I don't think you've seen it from this particular set. This is a known sheet, like most things that I get nowadays. And we got a nice lava axe. Look at this thing. Ain't she a beaut? This is a shifted foil. I am so bad with sets. But yeah, look at that. Ain't that gorgeous? Try and get it up closer. You know what? Magic of video. Just pop it up right there, right? So yeah, shifted foil. These things... probably, let's see, like average, you're looking at like $60 to $100-ish for most of your like unplayable type stuff. And Lava Axe is like borderline playable, unplayable. It's like iconic enough that people, want it, but it's not really a card that people put in decks. However, beautiful card, glad to add it. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. No time to stop. What do we got here? Besides knocking over the piles of things, we got more of our beautiful Kevin Gardner Pokemon proxies. And let us free this card from its plastic bonds. Get out of there. So we've got a Slum Reaper, nice cool guy. In the back, it's miscut. Front normal, back miscut. Now this is a misprint, not technically a miscut. I'm pretty sure we've gone over it, but I'll go over it again. It's a misprint, not a miscut. It's how the sheet gets fed into the machines. It's the alignment front and back, not done at the same time. So this is what you get. It looks like a miscut, but it technically isn't. It's an alignment error. Beautiful card. I've got a whole bunch of them. They look so cool. I like it. You just don't even expect it to come. And then you flip it over, you're like, oh, hey, cool. This guy. What do we got here? Right. Now this is one I've been curious about. This is supposedly an Alpha Cut revised. Much less common than the Alpha Cut 4th edition. And it's... I don't know if it's more rare or less rare than Alpha Cut Ice Age, but I picked this up so I can get a real good close look at these corners and try and figure out if this is actually Alpha Cut or if it was done afterwards. It's not really something I'm going to be able to show in this show. Maybe I'll pull up some pictures, compare it to some actual ones that I have. And, we'll see where the verdict lies with this particular one. But if it is Alpha Cut revised, I'm not too sure about what's going on here. So we'll take a closer look and we'll get to the bottom of it. I think someone's overcompensating for something. I'm just messing with it, buddy. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, this one's cool. So this is a neat little misprint that I got, just in auction. I got it for dirt cheap, and it's really cool. On old, that's kind of neat. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I just had to grab that and pull and slide right out. Ain't that cool? He even printed pull here. So yeah, what do we got here? Just make sure I didn't throw away a card. We've got an Ice Age card, and you can probably tell from there that the borders don't look quite right, do they? Actually, I'll just compare it to the borders on our Slum Reaper. The very observant will know that, will see, you can actually see the difference on camera right there, that our Barb Sextant here has what appears to be blue borders, and that's because a layer of cyan was printed underneath the black. Kind of a way to, so you're just not laying black ink right over white cardboard. They just decided to lay down a layer of cyan first, kind of as like a priming layer almost. When that black layer that you would put on top is faded, you get to see that cyan layer, and you can end up with cards that, look very blue bordered. So yeah, this is a really nice example. Doesn't always photograph well, but I'm pretty happy with how it's coming out on camera. So, boom, let's keep going. I don't trust this one. Not going to tear into it like normal. Be very careful. Alright, this one isn't really going to show up that well on camera. But I've opened up some of its counterparts on camera before. This is alternate 4th edition, which you guys can very easily identify by looking at the A. The A on this is got this dark upper right corner. I'll pull just another card real quick. It's got a light corner there. It's the easiest way to tell. There's also texture difference. This is the same texture as like a normal playing card. And, I think that's just it. Just texture and the A. There's maybe some other small things. But this is cool. This also has registration error going on with it, so it kind of gives it a blurry look. It's on the front and on the back, which is neat. For some reason, I'm collecting a whole bunch of these. They kind of fall into my double whammy category. 2 unrelated misprints on the same card. Alternate 4th plus registration error. More cards, more mail. Let's keep going. Alright, what have we got here? Love it when people give me the tab. The tab is awesome. Alright. I can navigate Scotch tape, I promise. Got some cool stuff going on here. We got that. You guys may not have seen that before. This is an Ultra Pro Black Lotus puzzle piece. They sold some sleeves. With those sleeves, they had promotional puzzle pieces. If you put all the puzzles together and sent them in, you got a little bit of money. Not nearly as much as you would get if you just kept the stupid puzzle. They are worth quite a bit. 8 of the pieces, very common, quote unquote. One of them, not. There exists Chaos Orb and Black Lotus, and the rare puzzle piece from each will, go for 4 figures. The normal, non-rare puzzle pieces, which is what this is, usually go between $10 and $20. So yeah, neat little thing. I think they look cool. I just want to get 8 of them and put them in a binder page to look beautiful. If I could ever pick up the last piece, I'll be poor and rich at the same time, right? That's how this works. So misprints. Got this really new I got this really cool double whammy here. I've got this. Oh, jeez. Hi, you guys can see my mic. I'm a mess today. All right, let's see. Double whammy. It is miscut and 4 square corners. Really cool, beautiful foil with the rainbow face of dinosaur. Look at that. I get the whole colorful thing that they had going on with Ixalan, but I just think a little too much. Just from, an artistic standpoint. Misprints, however, are awesome. So let's keep opening more. I think my mic is fine. I haven't completely destroyed it. It'll be the first silent show. Maybe that's what you guys need. Maybe I should just shut up. Alright. What we have here is a misprint from our new set, Rivals at Ixalan. And if you've been looking at the Misprints and Rarities forums, you'll say, hey, The Spiral Winder, he's a snake, cool. But missing power toughness, super common. What are you doing with Misprint that's just super common? Well, double whammy. Try and get it on camera, which I can't. But it's also crimped. So it's got the faded power toughness plus a crimp, and it's awesome. And it's a snake. That's really cool. 2 misprints on a card creature type that I collect. Yes, please. Get in the pile. Add to the collection. More misprints. More. I have a problem. Alright. I think I may have just flashed my address on camera. I might have to do something about that. Get rid of this. What have we got here? Alright, we got a nice little pile. And let's go through it. What is this? So we got a Spectral Bears. Just a little miscut. I think it shows the second card. And it's printed a little bit darker. Not very exciting. It's just a simple miscut. Figured it could have also, been a double whammy, but I don't think it is. Just a simple little tiny miscut. Now this is really cool. I want to take a close look at this. You'll see in the scan that I bring up right there that we actually have a power and toughness on this Malignant Growth, which is kind of cool. I'd be help if I didn't put my thumb over it. Not that you guys can see it on this camera. So yeah, really neat. I want to take a closer look at that with the jeweler's loop to see if I can see what's going on there. Here's another one from the same sheet. It's also got a power and toughness. This one is an 05. It looks like we got some sort of wall. And this one is a 1-3. Really hard to see. Now, those are not exciting, but this is exciting. See, I don't really collect playable cards that much. They're just too expensive. They carry a premium. I like the misprint, not necessarily it on as pimp. But here is a pimp card. This is a counterspell. It will look normal. Boom. This is such a cool misprint. I've been hunting one of these for a while, but because of those people who like to make playable cards expensive, I haven't really been able to get one, at least at a price that I like. That has changed. Beautiful. Just so beautiful. Get that out of there. More misprints. More mail. Keep going. Actually, we're almost done. I'm crushing this episode. This is a weird amount of plastic, because I've never seen a card wrapped in a sandwich bag. Is this this is an actual sandwich bag? That's kind of cool in a weird way. Let's get to the card. All right, this one is neat. I like it. It's a pacifism, and we're missing a bit of the pacifism. This happens when the sheet gets folded over on top of the card and blocks the ink from getting put down. Sometimes the fold unfolds and the card gets cut normally, and you just get left with white cardstock. The cool thing is, it shows you what the raw cardstock looks like after it's kind of gone through a lot of the processing. So if you have cards that are 100% missing any ink on the face, it's actually a really good reference for any fillers that are supposed to be solid white. You can compare the feel, the texture, you can look at it with a jeweler's loop, and the all white fillers, for example, if you see similarities, or maybe one doesn't look the same as the other, you can use that as a sort of verification method. It's hard to describe without actually showing, but maybe you guys get what I'm talking about, or maybe I'm just a rambling madman. More misprints. Probably the rambling madman, or at least mumbling. I don't know what the hell I just said. So, we got a card from Star City Games that is shipped like Fort Knox, but this one's kind of cool. Got here Vengevine, and I'll just pull up the scan right now because you're not going to be able to see it on camera. But we've got part of another card ghosted in, and it may even be ghosted a couple of times because it seems like we got a couple of light lines going down on it. But you can definitely see that there's additional text. I haven't been able to determine from the scans of the card what the text is. I'll take a closer look at it, or I mean, you'll take a closer look at it when I pull it up, and maybe we can end up reading it. Really cool. This is, you know, shadowed from roller blankets being not properly cleaned, and that's what we get. We got really cool playable card with neat misprints, even though it's really not that visible. All right, we are making good progress. We are down to our last 2 packages, so let's open them. Such a satisfying sound. I'll never get tired of that. Just the sound of opening mail. Yeah, there it is. Just get it right by the mic. All right. Apparently, this recycled paper stuff is just dust kind of everywhere. So get out of there. On the playmat, everywhere. Ugh. Be really careful. Just cut the very top. So, clipping your fingernails when opening misprint mail doesn't work. Ooh, oh right. Right on cue. So what we have here is a solid white filler. Now what I can do is I can look at the surface of this filler and I can compare it to my card surface here. Do they feel the same? A card that has been cleaned with acetone will not feel the same as, you know, what the normal cardstock should look like. I'm glad that this is in the packs because, man, I would have sounded like an idiot. I sound like an idiot all the time. So yeah, this is really good. When you get a card like this, you want to make sure that the source is verifiable, and just, you guys should know what feels right and what doesn't feel right. You know, does the card feel a little flimsy compared to a normal Magic card? Does the texture feel right? Are there like weird imperfections on the surface? This one is beautiful and clean, and is, in my opinion, 100% legitimate. Just, you know, looking at it here in person, I think it's really easy to tell that this is not an acetone wipe. So yeah, really cool filler. Hard to collect because of how easy it is to fake that type of filler. But yeah, still neat nonetheless. Really cool. Glad to add it to the collection. And last but not least, the finale. Now I just pulled this out of my mailbox and it's a little moist. So I swear to God, I can't handle this again. I hope this card is, oh yeah, this card is definitely well protected. Try and tear into here. Get out. All right. Get in there. I try not to show where I got the cards from. I don't want to like advertise anyone, but you guys saw that. I mean, and he's a fellow admin. You guys can put 2 and 2 together. So we've got a Bog Imp. Cool, right? Very, actually, insanely cool. Very excited to add this card to the collection. You may have guessed that due to the orientation that I put it on the table that this is a back misprint. Well, certainly is. Look at that. Ain't she a beaut? Now, just for comparison, this is what a Magic card's supposed to look like. And this is what this Magic card looks like. These are sometimes referred to as pink back because they kind of have an overall pinkish hue. But really what's going on here is the black layer is extremely faded. I had this really cool little, USB microscope thing to kind of show you print patterns, but it's not working, unfortunately. Maybe I can get like a super nice high-res scan in there for you guys to show what the print pattern on this looks like. But It's a known sheet of, what is it, 4th edition. A whole bunch of these are out there, but they're super hard to get because anyone who has them doesn't get rid of them because it is a very extreme and noticeable misprint. And that concludes another episode of Misprint Mailbrag. Thank you guys for checking out the show. I guess we call it a show, right? That's appropriate. Checking out the show. Be sure to be sure to read the blog post and articles and all that cool junk that I have on misprintedmtg.com. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. We're done. Thank you.